Hello, my name is Holly, and I am one of the English trainers for this hour. Today we will be talking about time and different vocabulary words related to time. So the learning goals for this class is to learn new vocabulary, activate passive vocabulary, which is where you start using words that you already know, and also to practice speaking. Practice speaking to develop fluency. So those are the learning goals that I have for you today, and I hope that you are able to achieve some of these goals. Again, the topic is on time, and let me show you the material. It is a worksheet. You can follow the link and look at it, or you can see it on my screen here. We will talk about these words. We will discuss them. We will go to time adjectives, time phrases. We will practice those words. We will go over idioms, and then we will discuss. So that is the plan for today. Okay. And my name is Holly, and I am originally from the United States. And I'm actually from Idaho, which is part of the mountain or the Pacific Northwest region, depending on the part of the state. The state is actually quite small in population. We only have about 3 million people in the entire state. The little town I live in has 850 people, so I'm from a very, very small area of the U.S. It is very cold right now in the U.S. If you have seen the news, you'll remember that the U.S. has gone through a cold spell this week. Now let me look at what the current temperature is. I think actually it might be warmer today than it has been. Last time I checked it was last night, and it was -10. So the weather right now in Celsius is -3.7 degrees Celsius. So it's kind of cold, just a bit. And in Fahrenheit, it's about 23 degrees Fahrenheit. So anyway, the topic today is time. And we will be working with vocabulary words related to time. Hi, Nader. How are you today? Can you speak today?
I'm fine. How are you today?
Really good. Well, now what time is it right now in Saudi Arabia?
9 p.m.
9 p.m. Okay. All right. I wasn't sure if it was what time over in Europe.
What time is it?
It's 11 a.m. And so it's
11
a.m. Yeah. So it's, and I don't normally teach this early. Usually I start teaching about 2 or 3 p.m. in the afternoon. So around the time that Europe goes to sleep is when I start teaching. So, yeah.
So you early morning.
Yeah, exactly. Your early morning is my late at night is usually when it is. So, how was your day so far? I guess how was
My
your day?
days is ending.
Yeah, exactly. I
Now
said so far.
I'm
It's like,
about to go to bed. So it was a good day, I guess.
yeah, it was a good day. Okay. Did you
Not
work?
not bad, not bad. Yes, for sure.
Uh-huh.
Today is the last day. Is the last working day of the week.
Okay, so it's a
Tomorrow
you're
and after tomorrow.
uh-huh. So
Yes.
so
So
third
we have Fridays, Saturday,
Friday
our
and Saturday.
weekends.
I thought it was Thursday and Friday.
Before, now
I-
it's Friday and Saturday.
Is
Now
that
they are trying to accommodate with the world because if before it was Thursday and Friday, then the world is Saturday and Sunday, so they lose like 4 days
mhm.
when
Yeah.
for bank transactions and these
Uh-huh.
kinds of things for international business.
Yeah.
So now they are losing only 3 days.
Okay. Yeah. Instead of yeah, which kind of makes sense in some respect. But then again, it's kind of nice to work when nobody else is working too. So I like working on the weekends. So so when
Yes,
because when
yes.
I was gonna say because when your weekend is not when theirs is, when the rest of the people around you, then the shops are there's fewer people, the shops and things like that. The restaurants are smaller, fewer people. But
Yeah, this is very good. And if you are like you, maybe a freelancer or self-employed, then
uh-huh.
when somebody has a weekend and you are free, so this is also good for business.
Mhm.
Sometimes
Exactly.
when they say, "Can you work on?" If it's me, and can I say, "Can you work on weekends?" It's not a weekend for you, so this is very good.
Exactly. Yeah, and that makes it really nice because and uh I hadn't even thought of it that way, but that is really true. And so, hi Olga, how are you today?
Hello, Holly. I'm great. How are you?
Very good, very good. Doing well. So, what in Minnesota? What is the weather right now?
The weather, by the way, today is a sunny day, but it's really cold.
Yeah.
And the last 3 days, the weather was like minus 23. It felt
Mhm.
like minus 23 Celsius
Mhm.
degrees. So it
Yeah.
was really cold.
So, do you know what it is now?
I can check it and tell you, but it's
Okay.
Norway, so
Is it
snow is
snowing now?
everywhere. It's
Oh
snowing.
wow.
It's snowy. I mean, the snow is everywhere.
Uh huh. Okay. Well, where I'm at right now, it's minus 4.2 degrees Celsius, but it feels like minus 7.
Well, you are
So,
lucky. Can you imagine
it's
when it
you.
feels
It's
like
even
minus
colder.
23? So it's
Yeah. And Nader, is it like 25 is where you're at, or 40, or
N- Now it's 18, but it feels like 19.
okay? So it's a nice nice summer weather as far as I'm concerned.
And now we are entering winter, I guess.
Yeah, but I mean,
This is the end of November.
does it get really really cold in Saudi Arabia during the
No, no,
winter?
no, 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 no. They say it's very cold, but I know it's not. Because in
Well, it's
Egypt it's colder,
uh-huh.
and when you see the other people all over the world, it's really, really warm.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think that what cold and hot is very relative
Yes,
depending on where you
depending
are
on
at.
where you
So,
you grow up.
yeah, or where you're
actually
living at the time. So,
okay. I check the weather. So now it's 18, 19 Fahrenheit, and it's sunny.
okay, 18, 19 Fahrenheit. Okay, that's I know it's colder than where I'm at because I'm at 23 Fahrenheit. So it must be about minus maybe
10 maybe.
minus 10 maybe.
Yes.
Yeah, or -8, something like that. Wow.
It's not bad. Believe me, so when it's like this, it's not so bad. It depends if it's windy, even if
Mhm.
it's like -5 or -10.
Mhm.
So it's not cold, but when it's windy, it's really is you feel this cold so
Mhm.
bad. So
Yeah. No, excuse me. Moldova, did it ever get this cold?
no, never. I mean
Never.
-10, yeah, -10, yeah, and it happens, especially in February. It's
Mhm.
the coldest month in our country, so
Mhm.
it can be like -20, like 2 3 days, but mostly it's about -5 maybe.
Okay.
Usually in winter, and December is usually a warm month, so it's getting colder in January, February,
Mhm.
and February is the most coldest month.
Yeah.
But
I,
it's
I
never
think.
getting as cold as here, like last winter. It was the
Mhm.
coldest winter for last 10 years, and
Oh,
it
really?
was minus 2 days. It was -50
Is that in
Celsius.
Minnesota or in Moldova?
Yes, no, in Minnesota.
Oh,
So it's
wow.
never getting as cold as here in Moldova.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, I had not heard that. I know that it is snowing a lot earlier here than it ever has. And do you know people are calling this November Snowvember.
It's November, yeah. I remember
You heard
because
that?
last year when I came to the United States, it was cold like 2 3 days, and then it
Mhm.
was pretty warm, and it wasn't
Mhm.
snowing in November. Now it's
Yeah.
snowing. Just
Yeah. It's people are just not used to it. I know that we're breaking records every day here in Idaho because it's just not usually this cold. So, hi, Ake. How are you today?
Yes, I'm fine. How are you?
Pretty good. So, question: Olga and I were just talking about how cold it is
Mhm,
in the U.S.
mhm.
What's your weather like right now in Japan?
Today it was Indian summer day, type day, sunny, and temperature maybe probably 80, 70
18.
Celsius.
Okay. Wow. That's
80.
yeah, definitely. Or
And
a
mhm.
winter day in Saudi Arabia, right? Or pre-winter. So yeah.
But
Okay.
mhm.
Excellent. So, does it get really cold in Japan?
This area from Tokyo to this area, it's almost
Hmm.
like Georgia. Climate is like
Okay.
Georgia. Winter is
Zed,
mild
okay.
and summer is muggy.
Okay. Yeah,
The
because
North
Georgia.
has different.
Hmm.
Uh, one area is the heaviest snowy area in the world, and another
Oh,
area is Antarctica climate zone.
subarctic,
Yeah,
Arctic,
yeah,
subarctic. Okay.
Arctic, yeah. So
Okay.
it's cold. But
Yeah. So it
here,
depends.
it's here is a temperate zone. Don't
Okay.
talk. Mhm.
Uh-huh. So it depends on the area of Japan.
Yeah, because it's vertically long from
Hmm.
subtropical to sub
Arctic.
Antarctica. Yeah. The
Okay.
most of the land is in temperate zone. Yeah, I guess.
Hmm. Okay. Sorry. I just had a fly
Hmm.
come in my
Okay,
nose.
take your time.
It's like, really? So, hi, Ismail. How are you?
Hi, Oli. I am doing well, thank you. How are you?
Very good. So, in Turkey, we're kind of talking about the weather right now because in the U.S. we're having record lows. We're like right now we figure in Minnesota it's about -8, -10, and here in Idaho it's about -6, or was it -4? Yeah, -4 here in Idaho. So, what's
Yes.
the weather like right now in Turkey?
Oli, actually, we had very high temperatures
Uh huh.
until today. and a cold weather front come in my city, and the rain has started, and the temperatures are going down.
Oh, okay.
The winter is coming. Actually, it should be more early, but actually the climate change has changed everything. We couldn't experience the X season.
Okay. So you guys had what we call an Indian summer. An Indian summer where it is unusually warm through the fall time, and
Yes,
where the summer is extended. So
Holly, we have a olive garden, and because of the heat, the olives are going to be soft, and it is not acceptable to being soft of an oil. The merchant don't want to buy this type of olives. Bless you, Holly.
excuse me, I wasn't able to mute quick enough. So okay, yeah. So
there are some problems for farmers because of the climate change,
yes,
actually.
yeah. So that's not very good for the economy then.
Yes, one day 15 degrees Celsius we are experiencing, and another days minus 10. It is not good for environment, for farmers, trees, vegetables. It affects everything, and the cost goes up because of the unsuitable weather condition. If you go out to market, you can buy you can see very high prices of vegetables and fruits.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's all basically because of the weather. The way the weather's been so weird lately. So, yeah. All right.
Yes, actually, it is an answer of environment because we behave very badly to our planet, and our planet say tell us tell us that we should think about this.
Yeah, we haven't been good to the planet, so the planet is responding.
Yes.
It's answering back and it's saying, "Oh yeah, okay." Well, today's topic. Hi, Paolo. How are you today?
Hello, Holly. Nice. I'm fine. Thank you, and you. I
Yeah,
hope
very
you.
good.
Okay, thank you.
Very good. So what? You're in Spain, or
I'm
is it
from
Brazil?
Brazil.
Brazil. Okay, I always confuse that.
Yes.
What is the weather like right now in Brazil?
Well, very warm. Our weather is about 24 degrees. Because I live in Belo Horizonte, our city is very warm climate. In south of
Okay.
Brazil, we are in summer. So, summer.
Okay. Yes. Yes. Okay. All right. Well, today we're going to talk about time, and somewhere I am. Nader, could you mute? Because
Okay.
I'm hearing myself for some reason. Yeah, now it's gone. Okay. So what we're doing is we're putting the period. Put the periods of time in order from the shortest to the longest. So Ake, on this list we have a decade, a fortnight, a century, a year, a millennium, a split second, and a generation. So Ake, Which one is the shortest here?
Decade, century, medium, generation, fortnight, a year. Wait a second. Split second?
A split second. Okay. So tell us, what can you do in a split second?
Can I do go into the restroom or something?
Okay. The restroom, or the one I was thinking of is I can think in a split second. I can usually think
I
of
see.
something.
Very
Yeah.
short second, probably.
Yeah. Split second is like I can snap. Okay. Ismail, what is the second one here after a split second? What is next?
Second one, fortnight.
A fortnight. Okay. Okay. So can you think of down here this question right here? What event typically lasts a fortnight? Can you think of an event that lasts a fortnight?
I am not sure as if I understand fortnight
Okay.
actually.
Well, let's talk about that. A fortnight is
Fortnight, not fortnight.
a fortnight. Does anybody know the length of a fortnight? Before I tell you, if anybody knows.
I know that first night is a period of time like 15 days.
Yeah, it's what I usually say. It's a couple weeks.
Fortnight.
Usually 2 weeks, but it could be like 15 days is a little bit more than 2 weeks. But usually, a fortnight is just a couple weeks or 2 weeks. So, okay. So, can you guys think of any events that last a fortnight?
I can go on a holiday in a fortnight.
For a fortnight, yeah. So
For
a
a fortnight.
holiday would last. Okay. And can anybody think of anything else?
You can get your paycheck every fortnight.
A pay period. Yeah, a pay period could be every fortnight.
I can work as a night shift for a fortnight.
Okay, shifts can be for a fortnight. Yes.
Or maybe make a training or conduct a training during a couple of weeks.
Okay, a training session. It's a training period. Maybe a training period session would be one time. Training period. Okay. And what I was thinking is something that will be coming up to Brazil in the next couple of years is the Olympics. Isn't that usually a fortnight?
In the next year, 2016, the
Yeah.
Olympic
It is 1 month long organization, Holy, but I am not sure if we can talk about for a fortnight.
Yeah, I think it's usually, isn't it? Doesn't the event last usually 2 weeks, or is it just a week?
I suppose the Olympic Games about during 1 month.
Is it? Yeah. Okay. Because I was thinking it was just shorter. Okay. I want to quickly Google this one. How long does the Olympic Games last? Okay, and there's another one, a tennis tournament. If anybody knows about tennis tournaments, they also last usually a fortnight. Like Wimbledon will last a fortnight. But the only one of us that would know this is if we know about tennis. So but I'm going to Google very quickly. How long does the Olympic Games last? 17 days.
17. Oh, okay.
Yeah, is what it says. but it seems longer, I think, because they have so much goes into it and so forth. So, Paolo, are people preparing for the Olympics by studying languages?
I suppose too, but for Brazilian people, it's a challenge to learning other language because we have 200 million people in our country, and the Portuguese is the majority of people, because all
Uh-huh.
people
Mm-hmm.
speak Portuguese, and we don't have the easier situation that we can talk with other languages. So the people prepare, yes, but I
Mm-hmm.
suppose that minimal people at least.
Okay, yeah. I remember hearing about when they had the Olympics, I think it was in Beijing, people were even housewives and retired ladies were learning English so that they could help foreigners and stuff like that. But I don't know if that happens in all the communities. So, all right. No, so we have split second is number one, a fortnight is number two. Nader, um, what would be number three?
A year.
A year. Okay. Okay. And what would be number four, Olga? Actually, no, a year is not. Yeah, a year is correct. Yeah, I'm sorry.
A decade.
A decade. Okay, how long is a
Yeah,
decade?
it's 10 years.
10 years. Okay. And what's number five, Paolo?
A century.
Actually, it's
Oh,
not
generation.
a generation. How long is usually a generation?
I
20
think
years.
it's about 4 years. I don't know exactly, but I suppose
20,
that
I
4
20,
think 20 years a
20
generation.
Okay, I'm gonna Google this one because I was thinking it was 70.
No, 20 or
no,
25, I guess.
20
20.
or
I think
30.
20 as well. Yeah, 20 years a generation.
Okay, let's. Okay, actually, interesting. Okay, so because you are closer than me. It says in general we think of a generation being about 25 years, from the birth of a parent to the birth of a child. We
Yes.
also generally accept that the length of the generation in earlier periods of history was closer to 20 years when humans mated younger and life expectancies were shorter. I really thought that it was about 70 years. I am totally humbled. I did not know this. So, oh, what we learn, what we learn. So, if we didn't learn from our own jobs, then we're not doing our job right, I think. So, so a generation is 20, 25 years. And so what's after a generation then, Ismail?
Generation after
What's next?
a century.
A century, okay. A century, and then of course then a millennium. Okay. Okay, question for you. Ismail, well, this is for everybody. What were you doing at the change during the last millennium? When the millennium changed from 1999 to 2000, how did you bring in the New Year's? Do you remember, Ismail, what you were doing?
For me, I changed my job. I started a new company, my
Mm-hmm.
own company. And for me, it was important date because I started a lot of different things to do. And I I'm lunch to the other entrepreneurship.
Uh-huh. Cool. Oh, cool. So you actually started a new adventure in your life. Not just a new millennium, but a new adventure. So awesome. Okay, so how about you, Nader? What were you doing at the turn of this century?
I guess I was sleeping.
You were sleeping. Were you young?
This was 14 years ago, I guess.
Yeah.
At least I was younger.
You were younger, so you don't remember much. Okay. Olga, do you remember what you were doing when the millennium changed?
No, honestly to say, I don't remember. I was a student at that time, so nothing changed.
Uh-huh. Okay.
And I graduated in 2003,
Uh-huh.
so after that the life changed a
Mm-hmm.
lot, but by that time, so nothing special.
Okay. And how about you, Paolo? Do you remember what you were up to when the millennium changed or the century changed?
Yes, I said that I started a new job.
Okay, Paolo answered. Okay, then Ismail, what were you doing? I thought that was Ismail that answered.
Yeah, yeah, well, Holly, I was with my family.
Uh-huh.
Uh, I was on a post-graduation course at university, and uh, it was many free time for me.
Uh-huh.
We unioned with our family member at my mother home, and we
Uh-huh.
uh, we celebrated the New Year. And
Mm-hmm.
every New Year night, I usually uh, watch some programs on TV. I am
Mm-hmm.
a, how can I say, I don't like go out. I don't like uh,
So I
loud music, and
mhm.
I cannot live in an environment with smoke and how can I say
You say
I will
I don't like partying.
yeah, actually outside. I don't
Yeah.
like outside partying. I
Uh-huh.
am a home man.
Yeah. Well, do you
Uh,
remember I think last time you were in my class, I taught you this word homebody, or were you in this? Maybe it wasn't you. A homebody?
homebody.
Yeah, it's you would say I am a homebody, which
And
means
for
and
women,
a homebody is I'm also a homebody. A homebody is a person that likes to stay at home. Um, their ideal vacation is to stay home. So,
I don't usually feel comfortable outside,
uh-huh,
even in a high class or luxury pub or hotel.
uh-huh.
Only
Okay. All
I
right.
I feel more comfortable at my home.
Okay, and that would be a homebody. A homebody
Yeah.
is someone who prefers to be at home. In fact, a homebody, so when they take vacation, sometimes they just take what instead of a vacation, they take what is called a staycation, which means they stay home. I don't know if staycation is in the dictionary, yeah, or if it's just informal slang. But a staycation is to take vacation from work but not leave home. So. Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and move on. This question right here is one we have not talked about. Number 3. So what changes every generation? Olga, can you think of some things that change every generation?
I think every generation change, uh, fashion changes,
Uh huh.
values changes.
Fashion values. Hey, can you think of anything else, Paolo?
Uh,
Relationships,
I
Mm-hmm.
think a lot of
Relationships.
the technology changed the make people
Yeah. Uh,
relationship with the other. Social
living
media.
style,
yeah. The technology changed the relationships. That's for sure.
living style,
Um, yeah, standard of living actually. Hmm. And taste in music. So, all right, let's go ahead and talk about some time adjectives. So we've got the words brief.
Language?
Yeah, language. Um Definitely. Okay, thank you, Nader. Okay, let's go into this. Time adjectives. We got complete the sentences with the adjectives below. So we've got brief, eternal, long-term, temporary, and timeless. Do you guys know what all of these words mean?
Yes, except eternal.
Okay, eternal means
Infinite.
infinite, yes. So eternal means there is no ending. So
So basically, it's the synonym for timeless.
it can be a synonym for timeless, definitely. Because well, timeless means that nothing. It's something that has never changed
Okay.
from
We
generation
will
to
see. We
generation.
will see according to the context.
Yeah, because timeless has more to do with the fashion. For example, some literature. Some literature is timeless because it doesn't change through the generations, and every generation likes that literature. So if that literature is timeless, each generation will like it. So, hi, Elisa. How are you? Welcome.
Fine, teacher. Thanks. And you?
Very good. So where are you calling from, Elisa?
From Brazil?
Brazil. Awesome. Okay. So, Elisa, we have Ismail here from Turkey. We have Nader here. He's Egyptian, but he's living in Saudi Arabia. We've got Olga, who's Moldovan, but living in the U.S. And then we've got Paulo, also from Brazil. So that's who's in our class today. And I'm Holly from Idaho. So welcome. We're just starting on a new activity. So are there any other words that you guys do not know? Okay. Okay, Paulo, could you read number 1 and see if you can add the word?
Repairing your laptop again is just a blank solution. You really need to buy a new one. And just a brief solution.
Actually, there's another one that might be better.
Temporary.
Temporary, yeah. Temporary. So he'll fix it for you temporarily, but you really need to buy a new one. So that's what I was told just a few weeks ago. So, number 2, Olga.
The band's music is right. Almost every generation can enjoy it. So it's about timeless. The band's music is timeless. Almost every generation can enjoy it.
Yes. Yes, exactly. Holly is here. Hi, Holly. She's got a great name, don't you think? So, number 3, Nader.
Many religions believe in eternal life after death.
Yeah. So, eternal life after death. So basically, you might
Never.
die, but you're not really going to die. You're not really dying. So, your body dies, but your spirit and soul do not. Number 4, Ismail.
Number 4.
Yeah.
Scientists are researching blank solution to the problem of global warming. Scientists are researching long-term solution to the problem of global warming.
Yes, or we could also say that long-term solutions to the problem of climate change. So I was just reading yesterday that the reason that they've changed the term from global warming to climate change because in reality, global warming doesn't make sense when it's so cold. So they've changed it to climate change. So, all right, number 5, Elisa, could you do that one?
Yes. For a moment, you could see dolphins in the distance. For a brief moment.
Yes, for a brief moment. Okay, you can see dolphins in the distance. Has any of you guys ever seen dolphins?
Yes, I saw dolphins.
Yeah. Is it?
Indeed.
Have you? Is it as nice as it as neat as it seems like on TV?
Can you say it again?
Yeah. Is it as cool, or are the dolphins as neat as it is on TV, or is it as cool? Because on TV, it seems when you watch dolphins on TV, it seems really cool to see them. Is it the same in real life?
Yes, I think so.
Yeah. I'd love to see them in their natural habitat one day. So, all right. All right, let's go ahead and match the synonyms below to the adjectives above. So let's start with Nader. Can you choose one of these words and match that with one of these adjectives above?
Permanent, eternal, or everlasting, eternal.
Yeah, everlasting and eternal would be the correct one. Let's see, eternal and everlasting. Okay, and Olga, can you choose one?
Brief, momentary.
Okay, and actually we say in this one we pronounce it momentary.
Momentary.
So and actually that's faster than the way I said it. Momentary. For a momentary moment, we don't say it that way. So momentarily. So okay,
momentary or momentary? Yes.
Momentary.
Momentary.
Yeah. A lot of times I use it as the adjective where I say momentarily, so I add the ly at the end. Momentarily. Paolo, can you choose one of the words? Paolo, are you there? Okay, maybe he's having problems with his microphone or walked away. Elisa, can you choose one of the words and match them?
Yes, teacher. Long term. Long term. Permanent.
Yes, so a long-term solution or a permanent solution. Exactly. Okay. Awesome. Ismail.
Enduring, long term.
Okay. Long term is permanent.
Permanent.
So enduring would be
provisional.
No. Enduring would be timeless.
Timeless.
Yeah. So if something that spans generations, it's timeless. So, welcome, Rose. 90 years old. Awesome. But you don't feel 90, I'm sure. Okay, provisional then. The last one is brief.
Temporary.
Okay. No, I'm sorry. It's temporary. Why did I say brief? Temporary. I was like, how is that different? Brief and professional aren't the same. So, thanks for checking that. Temporary, provisional. How is provisional used? Does anybody know?
Maybe for contracts, provisional period,
or
like professional period.
Exactly. So, for example, you have a provisional contract until it becomes permanent. So I've been given a provisional contract until I've been given a provisional contract for 4 months, and hopefully it will become long term, or hopefully it will become permanent. Exactly. You can also say, for example, if I remember right, in Afghanistan they had a provisional government, and then they had an election after everything they had problems, and then so a lot of times if the government breaks down, maybe there'll be a provisional or a temporary government until there's an election. So awesome. Okay, so let's talk about that. Practice some of these words. Ismail, can you tell me something that can you give me a long-term solution that you have come up with for learning English? Any idea? Ismail, are you there? Okay, Olga, can you give me a long-term solution you've come up with for learning English?
To practice every day.
Practice every day. That's a long-term solution. Awesome. Okay, Elisa, can you think of a long-term solution you've come up with for learning English?
What a word, teacher.
A long-term solution. Like Olga said, learning English. Practice every day. Can you think of a long-term solution you've come up with for learning English?
Teacher, sorry.
No, it's okay. Not a problem. We need to go on anyways. Let's go to these time phrases. Okay, let's complete the phrases in bold with suitable prepositions and match them to their definitions. Okay, so so number one, Paolo, are you there? Are you back?
Yes, I'm back.
Awesome. Okay, excellent. Yeah, because I noticed you were gone. I was like, he either is gone or he's having technical issues. So number one, could you read this one?
The doctor told me to rest at home for the time being.
Perfect. For the time being. Excellent. Number two, Olga.
He can get a bit annoying. In times?
At times.
At times.
Yep.
So it means from time to time?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. Okay, and number three, Nader, can you do that one?
By the time we were ready to leave, it had started to rain.
Okay, perfect. Number four, Ismail, are you back?
Yes.
Okay, excellent.
Can we say for the time we were ready to leave? No.
Not on this. Not for this meaning. No.
Is it false grammatically or only?
Yeah, it is. It's we would never say for the time, ever. So. Okay.
They entered the building one on a time?
Actually, it's one at a time.
At a time.
One at a time. Okay. Number five, Elisa.
When we arrived, the match hadn't quite started yet. We got there just. We got there just. After time.
It's actually just in time. Just in time. Yeah. Okay. And then number 6, Paolo.
He makes the same mistakes time by time. He'll never learn.
Okay.
Time by time.
He gets the same mistakes time by time.
Time after time. Time after time. Yes.
Time by time. No, time after time is
Time
correct.
after time. Yes.
Yeah. Okay, and number 7. Olga.
He arrived just a few minutes after I called him. He got there on no time.
He got there in no time.
In no time.
In no time. Okay. Okay, and then number 8. Nader.
What is the meaning, Holly, in no time? I couldn't understand.
Okay, in no time means very quickly.
In no time, very quick.
So he arrived just a few minutes after I called him. He got there in no time. Basically got there so quick that you didn't even have to think about time. So, okay. Number 8, Nader.
We're going to be late again. The bus is never on time.
Perfect. Okay, never on time. Okay, excellent. Thank you. All right. So for the time being, we've got these prepositional phrases, but we also have the meanings. So let's see if we can match the phrase with the meaning. So for the time being, does anybody have any idea what that would be?
For the moment.
I agree.
For the time being.
Letter E, for the moment.
Yes, that is correct.
For the moment.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Number 2, at times. What would that one be? So from time to time, or at time. At times.
Occasionally.
Olga?
Sorry.
Yes. Occasionally, that is correct. Yeah. Number 3. By the time.
When. H.
H, yes. By the time is would be when, correct. Okay, one at a time.
B. In single file?
Yes, in single file, yes. The kids are always told to go do something one at a time, for example. Okay, we got there just in time.
In time. Punctual, neither early nor late?
No, in time is a different one.
Not late with a little time to spare before a specific deadline?
Yeah, and the difference between on time and in time is on time is you're punctual. You're neither early nor late, but in time means you get it done. Say for example you are given a deadline and your boss tells you have to have this done by tomorrow at 5 o'clock, and you get it done by 4:30. So you got it done in time. A lot of times, it's usually you use in time when there's a really, really strict deadline or when you are running late and you don't think you'll make it. And so you make it, but you make it just in time. So maybe you get the deadline done at 4:58, but you get it done in time. So usually we'll use that one when we're running late. Okay, so number 6, time after time. What would that one be?
Repeatedly.
Repeatedly.
Repeatedly, yes, repeatedly. So time after time, or repeatedly, he always does the same thing. Okay, excellent. He got there in no time. What would that be? This one was
Very,
new for some of you.
very quickly.
Very quickly, yes, exactly. Very quickly. Okay, and then on time then would be punctual. So he's on time. My sister is like that. I prefer to get everywhere early. She prefers to get everywhere on time. She doesn't like to be early and she doesn't like to be late.
So
She needs
in
to be,
this case, you
on
like.
time.
So in this case, you like to be in time. She
You like-
likes to be on time.
No, in this case, I like to be early. So in time is a very difficult concept, but it's used when you're running late, or when you have a tight deadline, and you don't know if you'll make it. And that's when but you do make the deadline, or you do get there on time. You do get there with time to spare, but you don't beforehand. You didn't know if you would get there, so you say, "Oh, I got there in time, made it." Okay, where I like to be at places early, where my sister always likes to be there on time, not early, not late. However, for both of us, if we're running late and we just get there right before it starts, then we've made it in time. In time and on time is very difficult to explain the difference. Very difficult to understand the difference between how it's used. So we can give you a definition like this, but it doesn't actually explain completely how it is used. So it's before a specific deadline. So it's usually a tight deadline. So.
How many hours do you sleep at night?
Me? 8?
Yeah.
8 to 10.
8?
Why?
Because I see the gap between the last class today and the first class tomorrow is only 4 hours.
Oh, but it's 11 a.m. here.
Okay.
So it's a different time zone.
So when you said it's 11, I thought it's 11 p.m. Only 2 hours difference. No, actually it is. Yes. Now I understand.
Yeah, it's 11 a.m. So.
Yeah, it's because it's here 10 p.m.
Yeah. So for you guys, for most of you who are in Europe, it's yeah. So I my next class here is at 1 p.m. and then 2 p.m. and then I think 7 p.m. So yeah, no, I'll stop teaching at 11 tonight and go to sleep. So good question though, Nader. I think people have asked that to me before, and I'm like, no, I get plenty of sleep. So all right, let's go see if we can use these words. Practice these. Oh, I'm sorry, we have run out of time. There is the link, though, that I put on the top of the chat. You guys can download this material.
May I ask you to put this link in the group chat?
Yeah, it's there. I'll put it there again. Right here. So, all right.
No, I can see it. Maybe it's verbal.
Oh, in the Google. Okay, in the Gmail. Google. Yeah, let me put it there. Okay, I put it in the Verbling chat. Sorry. Yeah, here it is.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. Well, thank you everyone for your time and attention, and I hope you learned a little bit, especially the difference between in time and on time. And I'll see you guys then during another class sometime. Thank you very much. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thanks. Bye.